Mike is hot.
Mike's is hot.
Welcome back, every pony, to episode, I think this is deadass, like 48.
That's crazy.
The Uncontained Multitudes podcast.
Oh my god. Welcome back. I'm Meg.
I'm Jeremy.
I sound like shit. Sorry, you guys.
Yeah, we had a COVID scare earlier in the day today, but
on this very table, 1 foot away from us, I took a COVID test a mere 2 hours ago.
And it
Don't have it. Don't have it.
Came back negative, everyone.
Got
We're
some
all
other
good.
weird shit.
Everyone's got some weird shit right now.
Yeah.
Everyone.
There's like new diseases emerging, I think. And we all got one or the other. Fuck if I know.
Fuck if I know.
Whatever.
I
I'm
tried
just here.
to, have people over one time, a few weeks ago, and everyone was sick.
Everybody's sick.
At the same time.
It's
It's
sick
lame as
time.
hell. It is. Now is the time to be sick.
Yeah.
I don't get sick because I low-key be picking my nose and eating the boogers. But,
And you be drinking that raw milk.
And I be drinking that... not anymore. Did I go over why I can't do that anymore?
No.
I didn't?
No. You didn't... Oh my god, this is huge.
So, no, I lost my raw milk plug.
No.
So...
That's crazy, dude.
The farm I used to go to, they closed down for, personal reasons. They're like...
They weren't put in jail for selling raw milk or anything.
Believe it or not, no. It's actually super... Bird
Legal.
flu is really big in Michigan, which is... That's damn near... A lot of damn near extinct viruses are kind of big in Michigan because we have such a huge raw milk selling community. Oh my god, no! The
Sorry
microphone
about
keeps
that,
falling
you
on
guys.
us. It's gonna sound like in the mic when I do it. Not even gonna edit that out. That was natural. Our mic fell over. Anyways, yeah, Michigan is a huge raw milk selling community because the Amish have to make money somehow, and they love... There's a lot of people that just want to buy raw milk. We all have worms in our brain, literally and figuratively, here in Michigan. Literally
Is
because
bird
of the raw
flu
milk.
our fault?
My fault specifically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bird flu is your fault.
Anyways, the farm I used to go to, they closed up shop because I think they're just moving. There's nothing wrong with them. I think they just wanted to move somewhere else.
Allegedly.
And so they sold their cows to a different farm. And my buddy, who tapped me into the raw milk underworld, he tried to go to that farm because he loved the milk that those cows made.
Sure.
And he discovered what he's pretty sure is, they're not taking as good of care of the cows as the previous farm did.
Yeah, because that was a big part of it for you, is, you knew your cow.
Yeah, and I knew
Yeah.
the farmers, vigilantly tested the milk for diseases and whatnot, and they took great, great care of those cows, and they made great raw milk that did not give me bird flu or worms or whatever, anything like that. But
now the risk is higher.
My buddy bought some raw milk from this new guy who he already had suspicions they were not taking good care of their cows, right? He got E. coli so bad that he was hospitalized for 2 weeks.
That's really bad. Oh my god, that's really bad. Yeah, no fucking shit, to be honest. That's crazy.
So,
oh my god.
more raw milk for
So
Jeremy.
More raw milk for Jeremy. End of an era, truly.
It's just so
How long ago
funny.
was that?
This is a month or two ago.
How have we not talked about this?
I don't know. We may have done it off the mic, or maybe I've told a lot of other friends about this, but I can't believe I haven't told you.
I feel like this was important to our relationship.
You got to taste the good raw milk. And not the E. coli raw milk.
For 2 weeks?
It was
Oh
bad.
my god, dude.
He, nearly failed some classes. Oh, he almost had to, skip finals, because it happened right before finals. So
dude,
it was maybe, a month ago.
Imagine you gotta email your professor, my bad, dude. I have E. coli from raw milk that I drank on purpose.
That...
If
something you
if
send
I
a
was the
professor to
professor,
make
I would
up,
fail
but-
you right there. I'd be like, are you stupid or are you dumb?
That's
You
not
don't
believable.
deserve
I
this
wish you would just told me your
grade.
5th grandma died.
I know, literally.
What are you fucking
Tell me
talking
your
about? You drank
step
raw
grandma
milk.
Twice removed just died. invite me to a fake funeral. I'd rather go to the fake funeral
Then
than
you
hear
tell me
about
this bullshit.
Then talk about the E. coli in your butt. Like, I'm not... Oh my god. That's awful. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
New era for you, then.
I know. I think he's currently looking for another farm because he really fucked with raw milk. And he got, like, eggs from them, too, and honey. But he can't live without his raw milk.
Like, anytime you say one of my friends, like, it could literally be anyone. Like, you have such a network of people that you've so carefully crafted. You have, like, access to anything in the whole world, in a way.
This is how you should be living your life.
You're kind of like Spencer from iCarly. You know iCarly like that?
I
He
didn't
had that
know.
friend
Hold
named
on.
Sacco, who provided him with socks. Tyler, who provided him with ties. All of these things and more.
My buddy Milko, who provides me with milk.
My buddy Moo Moo.
Got cold.
Got cold.
Bad raw milk.
That's fucking crazy.
That does sound like something out of a sitcom.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Well,
How's the new year for you so far, aside from no raw milk?
Excellent. I got a haircut.
Yeah.
Feeling good. I start my new big boy job on Monday, January 13th.
Wow.
And again, that's going to mess up the podcast schedule. When do you want this episode released? The Monday?
We can start doing it Fridays again. I don't really care.
Should I release this episode today?
Yeah, we can do that. Okay.
Alright. But Fridays are probably going to be what we do again, because that's when I have to record, because I work 9 to 5, 5 days a week. I'm employed. I'm sorry. I got a job.
Boo. Whatever. You can do that life. I'm gonna keep living the weird life. You can live the normal life, and we'll see how we both turn out.
I think you're going to be happier than I am.
I think so too, but let's conduct our little experiment, shall we? 2026 has been weird. So one of my biggest fears came true.
Uh-oh.
I did my taxes wrong 4 years ago now, and they sent me a very scary letter in the mail. Actually, they sent it to my parents' house. Okay, because it's from 2022. I was 19 years old, right? It was my first time doing my taxes by myself. Maybe the second. I don't remember. Whatever. I didn't do it right. So, the city that we live in sent me a very scary letter to my parents' house, though, like my old address, which is crazy, because what if they didn't live there anymore? They would have just sent that to some random people, and I would have not... They would have put a warrant out for my arrest, probably. Right? Anyway, but I did get the letter. I had to pay $450 out of my fucking ass.
Oh!
I'm trying to save up to go to Greece. Suddenly I have to pay $450
That's a
to
shit
the city that we live in.
taxes too, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Goodness
lot.
gracious.
I don't know if that was like because it was late, they put more fees on it or what. But basically I felt like I was being hunted for sport.
Did you forget to pay taxes to...
Specifically the
To the city
city
that we
because
live
you
in.
have to do it separately. Like you can't... The city we live in, it doesn't go on like TurboTax or whatever the fuck I was using. You have to do it separate. So I either forgot or just didn't know about it because I was like literally a child. Also, when I was 19, like that was the worst year of my life. I had a lot going on. That was the year... Okay, I would have been doing my taxes directly out, like after I would have gotten kicked out of the place I was living in. Like that's when that was happening. So like, yeah, I had bigger fucking fish to fry. You know? I was busy in the kitchen. I'm not doing my fucking taxes, alright? You should get one time where you're allowed to do your taxes wrong and they don't do shit about it. Give me $450 is a lot of money. So, anyway.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I got the same letter.
Really? This year or like earlier?
From 2023.
Wow.
Because
They
the
caught us,
city
bro.
that we live in makes it...
It's so
They don't
inconvenient
really...
to pay taxes
They don't
here.
advertise that you even have to pay that tax.
No.
They don't tell you what that tax is, and they don't tell you how to pay it. I don't even think there's like an online portal
There
to
is.
pay
That's
that
what you have to
tax.
use, but it is the most difficult thing to use in the whole world. And they just updated it too, and now it's like I think it's worse. Me personally.
But yeah, it surprised me, that's for sure.
Surprise!
Mine isn't, it's like half what you have to pay, but I still got
That's so
shocked by it. Yeah.
It's really scary when they send you a letter in the mail. You know it's bad because the color of the paper is different. My paper was yellow. That's scary.
That is scary.
That's
Mine
like,
was blue. You're in trouble.
No, I was in trouble.
Dude.
They were like, pay this in 30 days. We thank you for your, like, urgency on this matter or some shit. I was like, that is aggressive as fuck.
You're cooked.
I was cooked. Oh my god. Whatever.
But
so because I had this random bill that came up, and I'm trying to, like, build my savings right now because I want to, like, be on my traveling shit this year.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to pick up a bunch of shifts at work. That's what I was doing today. I was like, my boss was like, you want to come in for a little bit today? I was like, yeah. So I go in. It's only gonna be 3-hour shift. Whatever. I'm on the grill. I'm frying some fucking shit. Then like 1 hour into my 3-hour shift, my boss goes, can't come back. I have COVID. You need to close early. I said, okay.
Okay,
sure.
sweet.
Okay, sweet. Also, I've been sick for like a week and a half, so I'm like, okay, maybe I have COVID now. So we have to close. On my way home, I'm like, I'm gonna stop at Walgreens to get myself a COVID test. This is when I find out my wallet is missing for at least 12 hours at this point. The last time I used it was to see the movie last night with you. We saw Marty Supreme, right? My wallet's missing. Cool. Yeah, anyway, so...
Did you get it back?
Yes, I called the movie theater and they had it. Thank fucking God.
Okay.
Thank fuck. Because I was like, I was here in my house. I was like, I might have COVID. I don't have my ID or any of my money. And my stupid banking app updated and you can no longer just like lock your card. You have to report it like missing or stolen. But you used to be able to just like lock it.
Yeah.
For like temporarily until you could determine if it was missing or stolen. Hey, I lose stuff a lot. Let me figure it out first.
Why would they take away that feature? That's a helpful feature.
Helpful feature, right? Sure. Okay. Whatever. Yeah.
That's like something American Express advertises as something they can do.
You might still be able to, but it was like directing me to download like another app to put like controls on my card. I was like,
what?
Hey, no. I'm not doing that. And like I was desperate, so I downloaded that app and I was like putting in my information. You have to make a whole nother account to use that app. I'm not doing that. Hey, I'm not doing that. Thanks though. However, the movie theater has my card. I tested negative for COVID. We up.
Only up from here. And we're podcasting. Everything's A-okay.
And speaking of which, Marty Supreme, excellent movie.
Yeah, what the hell are we talking about today, guys?
We're talking about the Supreme Marty.
The Supreme.
So...
We went and saw Marty Supreme last night. We want to do another Media-sode episode.
Yeah,
I thought it would have been crass to do it so close to Fight Club. We got to strike it while it's hot. Marty Supreme is a good-ass movie.
It's hot, you guys. Everybody needs to watch it. Ideally in theaters. Like, I think that really is, the best experience. So get it while you can. But, pirate it if you got to.
I watched this movie twice in theaters.
But you were reacting to it as if it was your first time. Like, you were, like, putting your hands over, like, your face and stuff.
It's a visceral movie. Disclaimer before we start, if you haven't seen Marty Supreme, go watch it.
Yeah, there's going to be spoilers for sure.
Yeah, there's going to be spoilers.
Talk about stuff.
Not only is it a good movie, but it's going to give you an idea of who our generation of movie stars are going to be. Much like how Quentin Tarantino cast Margaret Qualley and Sydney Sweeney in his latest movie a few years before they blew up and became household names. The names of the people in Marty Supreme will be huge in a couple years' time.
Yeah.
Especially I think we're
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
She's on the rise.
Hell yeah. I think, in particular, Odessa Zion, she's going to be in everything after this movie.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, and, I don't know why, but she just feels already so familiar, even though she's, up and coming. But, just seeing her face, I was like, I know that face. She's obviously a star.
Yeah, she's already a star.
No,
yeah.
she's beautiful.
She is beautiful. She's in something kind of big already. She's in I Love L.A., directed by,
Oh, okay.
Fatima. Rachel Sennett.
No, I want to just call her Fatima. Okay. But I've never seen that, so that's funny. That she seems familiar to me.
I think she might be a Nepo baby. I forgot who her parents are, but they're big and important.
Who cares?
She's also, like, definitely made in a factory last week. I didn't know who she was until the promotion for Marty Supreme.
Right.
Made in a factory last week.
But we all saw her in a dream once. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Like, she's been in the dreamosphere.
She's got the face of a star. She's obscenely beautiful.
Yeah. But in, like, a cool way that feels original still.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't have Instagram face, which is rare.
Also, her name means Ukraine, Israel.
What? No way. There's no way.
Odessa is Ukraine. Zion is Israel. Made in a factory last week.
No, I want that to hang in the air for a second. Okay, sure. What the hell, sure.
What the hell, sure.
We're not gonna talk anymore about that. What the fuck? Okay. No, this was a great movie. I feel like much of it, I don't know, it kind of feels like they just let Timothee Chalamet and Tyler, their creator, like, they put them in costumes and then they just, like, let them loose in NYC. And just, like, let them do their thing.
Absolutely.
Kind of loved it.
Timothee Chalamet's having a generational run right now. He's America's sweetheart.
Even, when we do our media episodes, he's, like, unintentionally a big portion. Like, he's a star in a bigger portion of our movies than any other, I feel.
Yeah, we've discussed him several times because he's been in several different things. However, I think every other director has used him incorrectly. I just don't...
No, this is what he's made for.
Absolutely. This character was so him. I could tell he was acting, but I could tell, like, he understood entirely what the character was.
It came so naturally to him. I
It came
was like,
so naturally
this
to
is
him.
who he is. Like, he's not this, like, indie boy that people try to, like, make him out as. He's not the dude from Little Women. I'm sorry. He's not. That's not him. He is Marty Supreme.
He's Marty Supreme.
He is an obnoxious American fucker. That's who he is.
23-year-old shithead.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, yeah. For those who know me in real life, I'm also, like...
A 23-year-old
Yeah, I'm 24, but I'm a 24-year-old teenage boy. I'm a shithead. He's just like me for real.
Yeah, no.
I related to that character and just his attitude so much. I understand why everyone's seeing this movie.
He's a brat.
He's a brat. He's a piece of shit. He's entitled. And he wants everything so bad. I wrote a little character study on him later on in the script, but it's so exciting to see him finally get casted in something where he is that. He played that character so well. I was talking to a friend of the pod, Sophie, today about how he was in this movie a while back called The King, where he plays like an English king who wins a big battle, and they just signed him because he was an up-and-coming star, not necessarily because he was good for that role. Mm-hmm. He did fine in that role, but it wasn't him. He was used so perfectly in this movie, this piece of shit, dude.
It's, like, shocking.
Yeah, he loved that role, too. The marketing for that movie was so... There wasn't a huge budget from what I understand, because he just let, like, Timothee Chalamet market it naturally. It was so organic, and he had so much fun with it.
That's awesome.
That blimp may have cost a lot of money, actually.
I don't think I've seen the blimp.
You haven't seen the Marty Supreme blimp?
No.
Dude.
Does it look like a ping pong ball?
He painted it... You know how Brat had color as its whole marketing?
Yes.
That color of orange is what he wants everyone to associate with.
Dude, we're having a Marty Supreme summer.
It is dead. That's going to be a Marty Supreme summer. We picked up tennis because of Challenger.
Dude.
We're picking up ping pong as a Marty Supreme.
The poor man's tennis.
Exactly. We left the movie last night. We were talking about how the bar we go to is going to have ping pong tables, like 6 of them across the bar. Everyone's going to be playing. It's going to be like screaming. People are going to be getting hurt.
You know, something I regret, the last episode we did when we were talking about 2026 predictions, one of the ones I had on my list, but it wasn't, like, one of the top ones, so I didn't say it, was sports. I think sports are coming back in a huge way. Not only just, like, participating in sports, but just, like, being a sports fan. And, like, maybe even, like, local or, like, more niche sports. Then, like, not everybody's gonna love football. Anyone who's, like, into football is already into football.
Mm-hmm.
People are now gonna get into nicher things. And I think this is going to be helped by, like, things like Marty Supreme, like ping pong, or, like, heated rivalry hockey. Wait, if we have time, I want to talk about that at the end of the episode, too.
Absolutely,
because I didn't finish my thoughts on now I've finished heated rivalry. Anyway, I think sports are coming back.
I think there's going to be a rise. I do agree. I think there's going to be a rise in, like, accessible sports.
Yes.
I think community centers are going to open up their like, game room and have, like, little tournaments of stuff like billiards and ping pong.
Yes, because it's no longer, like, uncool to be athletic, but I think everybody's really tired of, like, just being a gym bro. I think people want to, like, be active, but, like, would rather do, like, sports or something fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be a rise in, like, minor league or just, like, regular, like, civilian league sports where you can go sign up to be in a tennis league or a hockey league.
I would fucking love to do... Imagine just chilling with, like, your 50-year-old, like, ping pong ball, bro. Like...
Yeah, ping pong league after my
I see him
office job.
Tuesdays at 8. And what about it?
That'd be so fire.
That'd be so fire.
This, like, imagine just getting so good at ping pong for no reason.
And then you get beers after.
Oh my god.
That's the thing. See, I could never get into sports when I was a kid. Like, I played soccer or whatever for, like, some time, but I was, like, I wasn't really competitive like that. I didn't really gaff. If I could do it now and then get a beer with the teamies after, whoa. That's huge.
Something where there's no, like, low stakes. Mm-hmm. Everyone's there to have fun, and you know you're getting beer afterwards.
Yeah. I'm motivated as fuck.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You get competitive, you talk trash, you get that outlet, but...
Oh my god, a little trash talk.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright, where do you want to start?
I want to begin by asking you what you thought of the movie, like, entertainment-wise.
Oh my god, I thought it was, like, maybe one of the most entertaining movies I've ever seen.
No shit!
To me, okay, here's what it comes down to. To me, originality is everything in media, especially now that everything is a fucking sequel or remake or whatever the fuck. Originality in a piece of media, ooh, I love it. And this felt very original. Because it was weird and it was niche. Like, you don't see movies about ping pong. You don't see movies, like, directly post-World War II so much. And, like, some of it was, like, a little bit, like, okay, we're, like, in New York City and we're, like, American dreaming it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it had enough originality to make it feel like you've never seen anything like it. And the pacing of this movie is, like, everything about it. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, and I fucking love it. It feels like overstimulating, but in a perfect way. And I think, like, even though it is super fast-paced, like, there are enough moments of breathers that, like, it's not awful to watch. Have you ever seen Beau is Afraid?
No, but I need to.
You do need to. That movie is similarly paced and, like, similar in that, like, things just keep happening and, like, you know, just collapsing in on themselves all the time. But that one has no breaks whatsoever, and it is 3 hours long, maybe longer. And so that one is, like, genuinely, like, distressing to watch. So I've only seen it the one time. But, like, something like this, it still has enough, like, breather and, like, lighthearted moments that you're not, like, actually, like, fucked up the whole time. But no, I loved it. It was, like, you're off guard, and the characters are, like, really morally ambiguous, but, like, you're rooting for them.
Yeah. As far as the pacing goes, it was interesting that it was kind of slow in some parts, and then really, really fast.
Well, I liked that it
slow again.
Didn't start insane. Like, it does have, like, a relatively slow build at first.
Yeah.
You're kind of, like, lubed up for it, for lack of a better term. And then it starts fucking you.
It also starts as, like...
You think it's a sports movie?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it starts off and you think, I'm watching a sports drama with
Very
Timothee
chill,
Chalamet.
very normal.
And then... it pretty quickly you realize that, like, table tennis is a MacGuffin that's just, like, a device used to tell a story.
Yeah.
That movie is, like, 5% table tennis.
5% table. The same way Heated Rivalry is 5% hockey.
Yeah.
Less.
There's
1%.
dead-ass some other shit going on in that movie.
There's dead-ass. And we don't know the implications of its hazards yet, so... I think we could find a way to use that in every episode.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I loved this movie.
Yeah.
I saw it twice, and my girlfriend, bless her heart, allowed herself to be dragged to the movie twice.
Oh,
because,
she also went twice?
Yeah, because I wanted to see it in theaters again. It was that good. We did... we did dinner and a movie 2 times. It was dinner and the same movie
Dinner
2
and the
times
same
this
movie.
week.
That's awesome. No, that's excellent.
She
Soulmate
hates me, bro. She also really wanted to see it twice. She
It's
was really
awesome.
happy
Well, and
to
it's like
see
funny.
it.
Like, it's hilarious.
And there's a lot that because the movie is so, like, anxiety driven, when you're watching it again, you kind of already know, you kind of already experienced that. You can catch a lot more of the overarching themes. I go over that in the script. I'll probably say it again. Apologies, everyone.
Apologies.
I also wanted to see this movie.
Sorry. What if we just started naming types of cheese? Okay, Jeremy, talk. I'm sorry.
I like Gouda. I wanted to see this movie multiple times to make up for not seeing Uncut Gems in theaters multiple times.
I didn't see it either. Not in theaters, at least.
I saw it in theaters once, and I immediately knew it was a classic that was going to go into, like, the American
good.
Gothic canon for the rest of the time.
But it's so good.
Yeah. Marty Supreme is a Safdie film. The Safdie brothers have established this style of movie they make as, like, main character is the worst person alive, but you still root for him. He gets himself into a lot of trouble, and the movie from beginning to end, and it's all his fault. And people try to help him, and he says he screws them over.
Yeah, anytime they get even a sliver of help, it's like, what if I fuck you over too? And and then that just, it all piles on top of itself.
And you're sitting there, like, pulling out your hair and thinking to yourself, God, man, that's not
like
what I would do in that
avalanche.
situation.
No, like, no one would ever make these choices, but he is.
Dude,
Yeah.
for 5 seconds, can you chill out? You're, like, gripping the chair.
No, it makes you actually have to, like, rock back and forth or, like, grip onto something. Like, visceral is a great word for it.
Yeah, the movie from the beginning to end is so...
It's, like, the worst... Yeah,
gives
the
you
worst
so much,
timeline. It's the worst timeline.
He does everything wrong.
Yeah.
It gives you a stomach ulcer. You're so anxious.
God.
You're, like, sick. You're getting, like, nauseous because you'd wish it'd just be over. Can you please make one right decision? Can you give me a break?
Okay, and I didn't know... Like, I barely knew shit about this movie. In fact, like... My coworker had seen it and said it was mid, so I wasn't even going to see it until you had mentioned it. I need to stop trusting her opinions on movies, to be honest. No offense, heart you. But, so all I knew going into this was I had seen some of the promo stuff. I had heard that Timmy gets spanked. I'd heard that. And then, like, 1 hour before we were going to see the movie, and you were like, oh, and then it's a Safdie film at, like, the director of, like, Uncut Gems. And I was like, so I'm going to fucking freak out. So I'm going to be stressed out. Which was true. But, like, obviously in a good way.
I said bad movie for people with high blood pressure in response to
yes.
that.
And I was like, oh, God. Like, because low-key my family be having that. That'd be genetic for me, but whatever.
Yeah. The problem we'll worry about later. When we're 30 and having heart attacks.
When I'm 30. I got a good 7 years left. Fuck.
Anyways, loved Marty Supreme. One of the best movies this decade, and I think it'll absolutely help define what this decade looked like for films. So much so that I think historians would be remiss not to mention the Safdies
Yes.
Similar to how historians point to like Terminator 2, Back to the Future, and Chuck Norris as representation of what the general American public zeitgeist was like in like the 80s. This is a very tense time in American history.
Yeah. It's so Gen Z. So Gen Z. It's so overstimulating and fast and just, like, in a way, it's sort of made for people who have no attention span. You know what I mean? Because, like, something happens every 15 seconds. Like, you cannot physically be bored watching it, which is, like, yeah. It maybe says something about attention span, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
Is Beau is Afraid the same way?
Yes.
It's interesting, two different
directors.
And
that's an Ari Aster film.
I've heard of Ari Aster.
Have you seen Hereditary or Midsommar?
Yes.
Those are Ari Aster films.
That makes sense.
And those are not as intense as Beau is Afraid, like, pacing-wise, but I would also, like, say that that's a director of our time in, like, our generation, you know?
Yeah, that's speaking to what, to
our generation,
the 2020s were like,
yes,
especially.
Yes.
So, when was Beau is Afraid? When did that come out?
I want to say somewhere between 2018 and 2021. That's around those years.
I think it's a post-COVID movie. I think it might be a during COVID movie, actually.
I can look it up really fast. Beau is Afraid. Beau is Afraid was released in 2023. Oh, later than I thought.
Oh, wow.
Wait, really?
That supports my theory that it's representative of how anxious this time was even more. I think it will be spoken about in like film theory classes.
I think so too.
As to like
why are we all so afraid and anxious?
Yeah, and what
I wonder why
are like represented during this time. Mm-hmm. It's worth mentioning as part of art history. Mm-hmm. What did you think this movie was about when you first went into it?
Ping pong.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was about ping pong.
Okay.
I thought it was about a dude who plays ping pong.
That's so interesting. The marketing was like intentionally like trying to make that theme nebulous. I knew about this movie. I knew my closest best friend, with whom I have a very personal relationship with, Timothee Chalamet, played a braggadocious, larger-than-life, like, wannabe young shithead kid. Larger-than-life wannabe young shithead kid.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, yeah. And that was enough to get my butt into the seat. I just love Timothy.
Timothee.
I do that every time we discuss this guy.
Yeah.
Timothy.
He's got a weird name, dude. Timothy. What fucking ever, dude.
Who names their kid Timothy? That's already dead ass.
Timothy. Chalamet.
Alright, Tim.
Okay, me when I'm fucking French or whatever. Was it... See, okay, up until this movie, I'd always thought... I didn't think anything about him. I don't think he's particularly, like, attractive. He, like, is in some movies. Whatever. He was in Willy Wonka. That's what I remember the most about him. Because we did an episode about it.
I agree. I think this is going to be a breakout role. He was already, like, big and famous. But, like, he's getting noticed by actors.
I think a lot of people just, like, were like, oh, he's hot. Which, like, I don't think he's that hot. So I was like, whatever. He's so good in this movie. He is perfect for this type of role.
I also think as we know him, he was super young. He's 30 years old now.
He's 30?
Yeah, he's 30. I'm pretty sure. Okay. And he grew into his bones. He
grew into his bones.
Was...
He looks less emaciated.
Yeah, he looked like a tiny little emaciated kid in earlier movies. He wasn't that hot.
The acne that the movie gives him. It's kind of gonna be like distressing to see him normal now and be like, where's your little scars at?
Something that was really interesting is that they gave Timothee Chalamet prosthetic
acne scars.
Deep, thick acne scars.
Yeah, but it looks so natural.
Yeah. And it plays into it's telling us that this character is
just a person.
An ugly little shithead, and also just a person.
Yeah,
but
also an ugly little shithead.
Yeah, they did the same thing to Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. They give him a bunch of acne scars and moles and shit on his face.
That's so fun. See, I always just thought, I never knew that there were prosthetics for stuff like that. I thought they were just having like,
the camera's really high definition. Yeah, that's just what his face looks like.
Yeah, or they turn up the what's it called? I don't know. contrast or some fucking shit on the camera, so it just looks
so the shadows
intense.
detail his face a little more.
Yeah.
No, he's rich and famous, has been most of his life. He has perfect skin. Tragic. I think a lot more people have better skin nowadays.
Skin is a big deal now.
Skin is a big deal now, and people just look younger for longer, because we don't really smoke and we drink a lot of water. And there's better skincare products. It's a huge business.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah.
Till the cancer starts coming. And then the ozone layer gets depleted.
And this is an issue when we need characters like Marty Supreme, who are like 23-year-old teenage boys who have acne scars.
Yeah. They have to uglyify the fucking celebrities.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyways, it wasn't until like a week after it had already come out that I found out via Twitter this movie's about ping pong.
No, okay. All I knew was Marty Supreme, and it was going to be loosely based off of a real ping pong player. That's what I knew about it. Then I was seeing these weird promo videos where Timothee Chalamet is sitting in a throne, and people come and do little jester bits for him.
Yeah, Drewski was up there. I never really saw that video. I watched a couple promotional videos for Marty Supreme, but there's just a million.
I was like, they just let him loose, and he was just doing whatever he wanted.
Pretty much. He asked to do that, and he asked to host a lot of events and bullshit himself. The blimp was his idea. Oh, I meant to show you the Marty Supreme blimp.
Yes, show me Marty Supreme blimp. It feels like this was a real passion project for him. I'm proud of that guy. He's come a long way.
Real blimp, by the way.
Real blimp.
Marty
Supreme blimp. Oh, yeah, that
They, rented a blimp and, threw orange cover on it.
Orange is going to be huge.
Giant letters that say Marty Supreme.
You're right that we're going to have a Marty Supreme summer.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to be the color. Mm-hmm. That, really obnoxious orange.
Perfect.
Before we get into the main themes of this movie, what do you think the ending meant? And for those who haven't seen it and for some reason you're still listening, the ending is Marty comes back home on a plane carrying the plane is carrying American soldiers finishing their deployment to a military base in Japan. It's also worth mentioning that this movie takes place in 1952, 7 years after World War II ends. Mm-hmm. He then arrives at the hospital his baby mama, Rachel, was staying in. His baby mama is Odessa Zion. Tells the receptionist that he's the father, something he's actively denied in the past, and tells his baby mama that he's not going anywhere. He then cries upon seeing his newborn baby. Cut to black, the end.
That was a really emotional ending. The thing about the ending, too, is, I didn't trust that it was actually going to be happy. I'm watching him hold this beautiful, or, see his beautiful baby, and I'm like, oh god, what horrible thing is going to happen to the baby right now? You don't trust it.
Yeah.
But there's a reaction to watching him look into his kid's eyes and, start crying. I wanted to cry. Even if you're not crying of happiness, you maybe want to cry of relief that, you can finally, breathe. But no, to me the ending was very much about, I don't know, it could mean a few things. I think it could mean, new beginnings, in the fact that, okay, he had this dumpster fire of a life, and now here is something in front of him that is important and beautiful, and that he could, really, raise up and, make into his new thing. So yeah, for me, I think it's just new beginnings, life. I watched a video analysis from, what's this guy's name? Lucas Blue on YouTube. And he said it was the preciousness of life.
Aww.
Which I really liked. I liked the way he phrased that.
I really like what you said about tears of relief.
Yeah.
My favorite tarot card, right, is the Fool, because it absolutely represents
many such cases.
A 23-year-old shithead and his new beginnings.
Yeah. I like that you have a favorite tarot card. You're such a weird person.
Dude, whatever. You don't?
No. Well, I don't, actually, but I think you're funny in, like, the things that you know. Like, because you're like, okay, I'm Jeremy, I'm a finance bro. Like, I'm, like, kind of normal, kind of alt. I am in a metal band. And I have a favorite tarot card. Like, you just have, like, the weirdest facts about you. I drink raw milk. This is who you are. These are the things that make you who you...
Wait for it. I contain multitudes.
Wow. Wow.
And I uncontain them, too.
But so that's not how that works, but sure.
I don't really know what that...
What the
uncontain is
hell,
not a word.
No, we made that up.
Yeah, we made that.
Well, it's because you can't contain, like, we
our
contain so many
can't be
multitudes
contained.
that they can't be contrlled.
And we had to spew on a podcast.
Yeah.
We needed to be heard.
This is the first time we ever talked about the name of the podcast.
After nearly 2 years now.
I'm, like, still proud of that we even came up with it, because it's, like, kind of, like, the most goated name.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
It's perfect for what we do here. It represents us very well.
Yeah. Sorry, we're talking about Marty Supreme, by the way.
This movie's about ping pong, by the way. Anyways, I do just love that. I love that I do feel like he saw his baby and he feels so relieved that something went right and he finally has something tangible.
Yeah.
And it's so clear from this point on what needs to be done. He just has to do it.
Yeah. And I hope that's true. Like, obviously you don't see what he does next, so you can kind of have one of two assumptions about what's going to happen. Is one, that he goes the family route and he sees this beautiful thing and, like, makes it happen and, like, commits to his family, to his son, blah, blah, blah. Or he continues to be a shithead and, like, abandons the mother of his child and, like, goes off and, like, does some other fuck shit, you know?
Yeah.
But it's great to have hope, for sure. What a beautiful thing to have so much hope.
What a beautiful...
We're using the gambling one again.
Yep,
also.
I'm addicted to hope. Particularly, I have been seeing people say that it's a bad ending for the character.
Really?
Yeah, not like a bad ending, like badly written, but like the characters' lives are only going to get worse from that point on. People are saying that Marty and Rachel will be terrible parents because they're both too self-absorbed. And they're both shitheads who are thrown into the deep end and have no way to get out. And they can't grapple with real life and real responsibilities. They're saying he'll keep playing ping pong because he believes that that's his true calling, and he'll continue to leave Rachel and his child for selfish pursuits. And my response to that is yes, I think he's a shithead 23-year-old teenage boy who's never had a job or real responsibility ever in his life. At the same time, I think it was not only a good ending for the character, but it wraps up his character and completes his arc to imagine that he gives up ping pong and settles down to become a father. What do you think?
Right. I mean, I can completely understand why there's obviously, like, concern about it, but people can change, and, like, big events can, especially a big event like that, like, will make you behave differently. And obviously, like, he's pretty set in his way. Both of them are. Both of them are, like, kind of insane people and, like, super impulsive. And, like, at the end of the day, children, you know? They're still kids. But something like that can make you wise up and change your behavior and, like, get serious. And so, like, you don't know. You don't know. That's the thing.
My super long video essay analysis of it, he's been banned. I also really like that this is so new that there were no video essays on this, and I had to form my own opinion.
Right? Oh my god, it's so scary.
I've never done this before.
I've never done this before.
He's been banned from the World Championship.
Right.
He'll likely never pay the massive fine that would allow him to compete again.
Right.
He made an ass out of himself in front of the table tennis committee and showed any potential future sponsors that he didn't play ball.
Direction.
Yeah, he can't be trusted.
Yeah.
In his mind, he salvages pride for no one else but himself, and he's telling himself, thank God I proved to myself that I'm a winner, and that I don't need anyone else's help. I'm the best at what I'm good at through my own blood, sweat, and tears. But when he comes home, it sets in fast that victory means nothing. And furthermore, he doesn't have anything to his name, even though he supposedly won. He won the game against his rival. Mm-hmm. He comes back on a plane with American soldiers. And when everyone else gets off the plane, their families are crying and running to greet them. And no one greets Marty.
Right.
He quickly and despondently walks away and calls the hospital where all his friends and family are currently at. They're at the maternity ward overseeing his son and the mother of his child. And he realizes then and there that he has two people in the entire world who he has not screwed over. His son and the mother of his child.
Right.
And even then, yes, he did screw them over. He got her shot and left her to play ping pong in Japan.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's never screwed her over. But yeah.
But you see what I mean? There's two people who
he has a chance with, who still, like, love him and, like, are open to him. And, like, she definitely wasn't, a perfect angel either.
Yeah.
Rare for women.
Imagine a nuanced character. I couldn't.
Boys are bad and girls are good.
Mm-hmm. I also enjoy that he only came back to Japan, or back to America when he did, because he wasn't allowed to play in the championship. He would have just stayed in Japan for a long-ass time if he was.
Yeah, that's low-key true.
Yep. Anyways, he...
Guess I have to go see my newborn son now, because I can't play fucking the World Championship ping pong.
Whatever.
Damn it.
I think this is when he realizes, if I even want to eat food tomorrow, a lot of stuff has to end, and I need to take on responsibility. I can have family, I can have friends, but it's all conditional. I need to rebuild bridges and ultimately get my shit together.
Yeah. This movie's about getting your shit together.
Dead ass. Another thing I want to say about this movie and its ending, and spoilers for the movies Uncut Gems and Good Time, just an FYI. I also feel so bad. I accidentally spoiled the ending to Uncut Gems with our friend who went and saw Marty Supreme with us. I think she'll forget if she ever goes to see it, but I do feel bad.
I think there's enough content in that movie that it doesn't matter to know the ending. Because especially knowing the ending, it's like, okay, he dies. It's like, he could die at any moment throughout the entire movie. Like, the whole time she'll be like, is this when? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And when it happens, even though it's the ending, you're still like,
no, literally.
It's shocking.
Yeah, it's shocking. But also, like, if you haven't seen Uncut Gems by now, figure it out.
Sit your white ass down and watch that movie. Anyways, Marty Supreme is the only movie in the Safdie, like, terror-verse where the main character doesn't die or go to prison. In Good Time, the main character screwed over a bunch of people and then got arrested for a serious crime. Nobody won anything, and the only thing that was resolved is the main character couldn't do any more damage to anybody else because his reign of terror ended because he was arrested.
Low-key consequence of your action type shit.
Low-key.
You know, reaping what you sow type shit. You know? I love saying type shit.
Type shit. I had a type shit era a little while. I'm going to bring that back. This is going to be a type shit summer.
Sometimes the way I have to, like, get myself out of bed in the morning sometimes is, like, gotta brush my teeth type shit. Like, that's, like, that's where I'm at.
Marty Supreme talks like such a zoomer in that movie that I'm a little surprised he didn't say type shit.
Yeah.
Give me to Japan type shit.
Let me play ping pong type shit.
I'm trying to leave my baby mama.
No,
that is not my baby type shit. In Uncut Gems, the main character hurts a lot of people emotionally and burns nearly every single bridge he ever had, ever. Except for with one person, I guess. And he doesn't screw over anyone, really. He only screws over himself hard every single second. And in the end, everyone wins except for him. Because he gets shot in the face.
Right.
And his mistress takes off with $1 million.
Queen. Good for her.
Julia Fox.
Julia Fox.
Was the queen. In Marty Supreme, he wins. And he wins the game against his rival, which is all he ever wanted to do. It's a sports drama. He gets nothing in return. Instead of getting worse, I think he learns, through a lot of suffering, how to undo his wrongs and become a better person. He's the only person in this trilogy to get a second chance after his ping pong life crashes and burns, and I like to think that he doesn't waste it.
Yeah.
You have anything more to say about the ending before I move on to the themes?
No, I'm good.
All right. I think, thematically, this movie is very similar to Fight Club. Believe it or not. And please believe me when I say I've seen more than just one movie than Fight Club. I've also seen American Psycho.
Dude who's only seen 3 movies. Those are the top 3 boy movies in the whole universe.
Marty Supreme is definitely being added to that
movie.
pantheon. Yeah. There's this one Twitter post I like to think about a lot. That's like a guy who's only ever seen Boss Baby and watching his second movie ever. Wow, I'm getting a lot of Boss Baby themes from
A more awful version of that meme is guy who's only dated 2 women before. There's 2 types of women. Yeah. Anyway.
My evil ex and the girl I'm with now.
Yeah, literally.
And I try not to be that guy every single day of my life despite having a room temperature IQ. I digress. There's an idea I speak on a lot, and it was featured in a little monologue I went on in the Fight Club episode that I'll quickly, literally copy and paste for you guys, because I don't have original thoughts.
No.
Well,
no, but we're, like, referencing ourselves again, which I think is a really fun thing about this podcast, is, like, we've built up our sources so that we are the sources.
That is cool. Yeah. We do have some original thoughts, I fear. We have such a...
And that, we have them, and then we immediately start, just kind of regurgitating the same take.
Yeah, but it speaks to a culture that we, like, cultivate on this podcast. You kind of know what we're about.
We cultivate culture.
We cultivate culture.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Sorry, do your quote.
Anyways, there's a post that's made, like, every week on 4chan where someone's whole gripe with the world is that, to quote them themselves, you go to school, you get a job, and there's no third act where you become a decorated hero. You'll never be someone important or a superhero or anything. To quote Tyler Durden, we have no Great War, no Great Depression. We're the middle children of history, man. They're upset that they'll never have their individuality validated by the masses. Either that, or they lament the fact that they don't feel as if they belong to something bigger than themselves. In Fight Club, the narrator grapples with this conflict by hanging out, don't spoil that movie, with Tyler Durden, the persona of the super individual Ubermensch the narrator wishes he was. In Marty Supreme, our good friend Marty internalizes this conflict, understanding that ping pong has so far gotten him nowhere. He's struggling financially, he's tearing a path of destruction, screwing over everyone he knows, throwing away real long-term opportunities in pursuit of a short-sighted goal that only he has assigned any value. The World Championship, I think, is totally arbitrary, even in terms of, like, the movie. Like I said, I think ping pong, in general, in reference to the movie, is a MacGuffin. You could swap that out with a lot of things. It could be a tennis movie, it could be a movie, it's a MacGuffin. Chess.
Yeah.
It's a plot device that tells a story about how fucked up Marty is.
Hey, we want to tell you how fucked up Marty is, but we're not really sure how to do it, so we're gonna
ping
make
pong,
him good
I
at
guess.
ping pong. Quote that I saw from the Josh Safdie, the director, is that Marty is plagued with being the best at something that means nothing. And I thought that was pretty awesome. Imagine being the best at something that no one gives a fuck about. Because, like, for context, like, ping pong, like, no one gaffed about it. At least in, like, America at that time. Like, it wasn't really seen as, like, a real sport. It was big in other places in the world, but, like, no one in America gaffed.
Yeah. To speak a little bit about how this movie is based on a true story, in 1952, ping pong was not big in America at all, but it was kind of getting big in the rest of the world. And it was only played in, like, bars and pool halls. And it was a sport played by, like, people who were seen as degenerate. They were hustlers. They were just kids who'd never... It was like pool, you know? Something you played if you were a downtrodden, like, dangerous biker or some shit. You know what I mean?
Sure, Jeremy, I know you.
Whatever. You get the idea. Anyways.
It's like I'm there.
Imagine this, like, big burly biker playing the fuck out of some ping pong.
Dude.
That's what it was like in the 1950s.
Right.
But Marty Reisman is the real person that this is based off of. It's also really interesting. One of the conflicts in the movie is that the main rival he's not using a regulation paddle, and that's how he's able to beat Marty Supreme, because Marty's obviously the best in the world at ping pong. Obviously. I don't even deny that. I think he's the best. I think that's the point of the movie, that he's just somehow the best in the world at ping pong.
Wow.
Anyways, I think he lost because the rival was using a non-regulation paddle.
You think this?
Yes, and that's also what happened in real life.
You think this because you relate a little too much to the main character, and you are prone to believing his sort of, like, narcissistic worldview?
You got something you want to say to me, Meg?
Yes. I think it's something you need to hear.
I think you're right. I don't claim to be good at ping pong. But if I was Marty Supreme, fuck yeah, I would.
Yeah, okay.
And I would say that's the only reason he'd be.
Okay, yeah.
It just came full circle, I understand now.
Yeah, now you understand. Your toxic trait is, that.
I would leave my baby mama to go to Japan because I think I'm the best in the world. Sorry.
Dude, I gotta go play my game. I have a game tomorrow, babe.
Oh.
Babe,
Babe, I don't care that you're giving birth.
Babe,
it's the world championship.
Dude, my grandma just died. They love to say that.
Exactly. Anyways, in the real life, Marty was, like, about to get super famous and, like, whatever, yada yada yada. And then he, like, the paddle switched over to something that was better suited and made the game faster, and he was really good at, like, sleight of hand and, like, playing a slow game where he opens up gaps in the opponent's yada yada. And he never made it big because he couldn't play with the new paddles and
wow, okay.
so on and so forth. Anyways, shit, where was I?
Fuck if I know.
Oh, right, what would he have done if he even won the championship?
Right, because at that point, and especially winning that young, it's like, okay, where do you go from there? Like, you could have a little bit of a career, but, like, for someone as ambitious as him, like, I feel like once you win the world championship and you are the world champion, like, literally objectively the best player in the world, okay. Like, I feel like that wouldn't have satisfied him. He would have wanted something bigger, but there wouldn't have been anything bigger to get. Right.
I don't even think he would know what he would have done if he won the championship.
Yeah.
Where would he have gone? There's nowhere to go. He thinks he's going to get rich and famous, I guess, but that is just...
But for him, it wasn't even really about that. Like, he really just wanted to play ping pong and, like, be the best at ping pong.
And he thought that, you know, fame and fortune and, you know, living easy was something that it didn't even matter to him because all that mattered to him was ping pong. That other stuff is going to come passively in the background.
That for sure, but, like, it didn't seem to be that motivating of a factor for him. If that was the motivating factor, like, I feel like he could have... It wouldn't have been about ping pong. No. He would have been, like, trying to climb Wall Street or some shit.
Right. I totally believe, you know, Oh, one more thing. He failed to follow through on his business plan because he was so short-sighted. The orange balls, I totally believe, would have been iconic and would have helped the sport become something in the United States, making him rich in the process. But he threw it all away because the championship was all that mattered to him. It was just winning the game and being the best.
Yeah.
He didn't actually... You're right. He didn't want to be rich and famous. He just wanted to be the best.
Ego.
Ego, yeah. Marty Supreme is a coming-of-age movie, I think, in that regard.
I think so, too.
In the way that we watch a boy leave his childish dreams behind and become a regular person that no one would ever make a movie about. Furthermore, and I felt so fucking smart when I thought of this. Oh my god, I'm gonna cook. Guys, get ready, I'm gonna cook.
Get ready.
Furthermore, he experiences the hero's journey completely in reverse. I mean, because he's literally an anti-hero. Meg just rolled her eyes. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm sorry, every pony.
I wouldn't call that an eye roll. I just moved them a little bit.
Anyways.
No, explain yourself.
The hero's journey goes like this. Call to adventure, refusal of the call, threshold, this is where the journey enters the, the unnatural world, challenges and temptations, revelation, or death and rebirth, transformation, atonement, and return to the natural world. Marty Supreme starts out in the natural world. He's already really big in table tennis. He thinks he's one championship away from being the most famous person in the world. His head is so big. He has such an ego. He starts out as if he's already the hero in an unnatural world. Like he's already on top of the sports drama ending. Anyways, his call to adventure and refusal of the call is instead a call to normal life. As a manager of a shoe store, which would be a good paying job, stable, he'd do that for life, and literally fatherhood. His death, rebirth, and atonement is, first losing the game. He's tempted by his family asking him to calm the fuck down, come back, please just,
please
manage,
be normal,
please
bro.
be normal.
Please stop stealing from your uncle, bro.
Yep. His, rebirth is, winning the game at the end of the movie, and his atonement is realizing that no one gaff. And his return is finally accepting fatherhood.
Okay.
This technically makes Marty Supreme an epic in the same vein as Gilgamesh, and I think that's cool. They have really good writers for this movie.
Yeah. Okay, fair take.
It tells a good story. It tells a nice story.
It's such a nice story.
Yeah, and that's really why we watch movies, to vicariously experience a situation which we would never put ourselves in, because we would just make better decisions.
Yeah, I would never want to experience this.
Yeah, we get to view the consequences without having to experience those consequences ourselves, and I get bad secondhand embarrassment and bad secondhand. I was feeling for Marty Supreme.
Oh, for sure, me too.
Yeah. Everyone has absolutely stopped and thought, what if I quit my job? What if I quit my shitty job and became a rapper? And we've all, everyone's thought this, and we all have thought, what if I left my pregnant baby mama to go play ping pong in Japan?
What if?
We've all thought this. But we don't. Because we have built ourselves boring lives where we happily survive and make something, assign meaning to our lives.
Yeah, that quiet fulfillment type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billions of people have lived and died throughout history, and all but 0.001% were literal peasants. Their stories were boring, but they had responsibilities, and they lived their boring lives taking care of them. They did not play ping pong in Japan. They assigned meaning to what they had and got to enjoy stories like this. And that's the kind of person that Marty Supreme becomes.
Wow.
Just boring.
So true.
He finally gets his shit together. Do you have any thoughts on the themes?
Yeah, so I think American Dream is definitely here, but it's kind of makes a mockery of it a little bit, or maybe not a mockery necessarily, but it definitely doesn't it's not woo, the American Dream. It's kind of you're not gonna get that, dude. Kind of similar to the fact that he becomes a boring person. he kind of discovers that he's not going to be this hero or this celebrity. Like, he's not going to necessarily achieve the American dream because the American dream is kind of bullshit. He tries and tries and tries, but ultimately, like, not everybody is that special, or, like, the system is set up for you to fail at it. Even back then, when it was, like, a little bit more achievable, obviously, like, there's, like, different classes of people who are able to get that more readily. And I don't know, it's weird because he does achieve it in the sense that, like, maybe he sort of gets the nuclear family, but not exactly, because she's married to some other guy. You know what I mean? Like, this baby's out of wedlock. But he doesn't achieve the American dream in the way that, like, he gets super rich and he's in a super stable household and he's, like, super independent. He tries to be super independent, and individualism is, like, another theme I see in this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't work out for him. Like, when you fuck everybody over, it turns out, like, that's not how life works. Like, you're supposed to, like, have other people in your life who, like, help you do stuff and, like, who you find companionship with, type shit.
I do like that. I do almost want to say, like, in line with what I got out of it, is that he does realize the American dream is bullshit, but he does create his own American dream, and he lives happily with it.
For sure.
It's not what he's sold, but it's what he is able to carve out by finally, like, becoming an adult. By finally realizing the American dream is bullshit, kind of, you know, it's not striving and putting down others so that you can come out on top. It's living peacefully.
Yeah, which, I mean, but that's not the American dream then. That's something else entirely. Because the American dream really is, like, nuclear family, climbing to the top of the capitalistic ladder, you know, like, hitting these very certain milestones. And, like, his life doesn't look like that. And yet, by the end, he, like, finds fulfillment despite not achieving what he's necessarily supposed to. Which I think is also which I want you to talk about more, because you were talking about it last night, about the fact that it's kind of intertwined with, like, Jewish culture, especially, like, post-World War II in America and in NYC. That's
my second and final, like, theme that I want to discuss. Yeah. This is going to be a long one. Sorry, guys. This one turned some heads when I tried to explain it. Something I do want to mention before going into this is that the Safdies are Jewish themselves, and they like telling Jewish stories. And Timothee Chalamet is also Jewish, and so is most of their cast.
Okay, yeah, no, for sure.
So they did have a little bit of knowledge going into this of the kind of characters that they wanted to play and the story that they were trying to tell. I think an important overarching theme of Marty Supreme is Jewish pride following World War II.
Yeah.
And hear me out, I'll illustrate hopefully a very convincing argument for this. There's a scene in the movie where this character, Mr. Rockwell, who is a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant gazillionaire New York business mogul, tells Marty, and I quote, "I was born in 1601. I'm a vampire. I've been around forever. I've met many Marty Mausers over the centuries. You go out and win that game, you're going to be here forever." In reference to an unsanctioned game that Marty, to Mr. Rockwell's dismay, played against Marty's rival. Mr. Rockwell originally set up a game between them at a promotional event in Japan to advertise his products, Mr. Rockwell's products. Humiliating Marty in the process, as he was scripted to lose. After he lost the scripted game and was further humiliated by being told he has to kiss a pig, Marty exclaimed that he wanted a rematch if he was going to do that. He wanted a rematch and he was going to play a real game.
The humiliation rituals that Marty endured in this movie is crazy. Like,
whole movie's a humiliation ritual. You know, if he can't play against his rival in the world final, he's going to at least try and beat him in a real game during what he understands is going to be the last chance he'll ever get. He makes that decision.
Yeah.
But he's going to do it on his own terms. He's going to fuck up his life even more. More on that. They'll come back to that thought. More importantly, he wanted to save his pride. And doing that is so vain. You have to admit that. Trying that hard to say, fucking up his life further, because he was given a business opportunity by Mr. Rockwell. He literally begged. He got his ass spanked.
Yeah.
To get that business opportunity.
Yeah.
And then at the very last moment, right when he was just about to get his big paycheck, he throws it all away to save his pride. That's vain. Everyone would call you a little shithead asshole for doing that, for throwing away opportunities that somebody bent over backwards to give you.
And yet, you root for him in this moment. Like, you're watching him go, and it's like, damn, this dude's trying to humiliate you.
Yeah.
And, like, at this point, what is to be gained from really just, like, going along with this? Because it's like, he still can't compete at the World Championship regardless. So it's like, damn, this is the thing you're the best at?
Yeah, everything to lose by doing that, nothing to gain, except for your own pride, and that has no material value.
Yes and no, but it's also like, are you just gonna be, like, kind of like someone's, like, ploy and, like, object to throw around? Like, I don't know, like, claim back your, like, humanity and, like, your dignity is kind of how I saw it.
Exactly.
More than vanity.
I'll get to that. To expand on this larger idea further, Mr. Rockwell reminded me of the character Bill the Butcher from the movie Gangs of New York. That movie takes place during the Civil War and briefly 16 years before the Civil War, but most importantly, during a time of heavy Irish immigration to the United States. Bill the Butcher was born in America, and his father died to the British in the War of 1812. He's not a politician, but instead a street gang leader who fancies his ideology as that of a nativist. Only people born in the United States are people who should be allowed to be here at all. Bill the Butcher would prefer that New York remain dangerous, poor, and corrupt than allow anyone from a different way of life to prosper. Mr. Rockwell is similar but worse. He tells Marty essentially, I know what you are. You're a slimy, backstabbing, rootless person from a slimy, backstabbing, rootless tribe who will never assimilate, and you're here to screw over the hardworking people of America. But out of the... Yeah.
Give an anti-Semitic boo right now. Boo.
Boo. But out of the benevolence of my heart, I'm gonna allow you some sanctioned success. But only if you continue to play into stereotypes and prostrate yourself to me. Admit that I'm better and more powerful than you, so that I can become better and more powerful.
Which is so ironic, because it's like, you are being the stereotype that you're accusing him of right now. To be, like, the slimy, greedy person. Like, that's so funny.
Exactly. And he's saying that there's these people that will come into the country throughout, all of America's history that did not deserve to be there because they're just there. They're fresh off a boat looking to exploit America and its resources, where the people who have built the life there already are getting exploited by these peoples, even though he admits himself, I was born in 1601. I'm the concept of America that will never let you assimilate.
Right.
And I've seen people like you come in before that have tried to take away from me.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Many such cases.
Again, I'll allow you some sanctioned success only if you play into these stereotypes. And don't forget, you're a defeated peoples. Disliked globally. And if you dare not do what I ask, you'll continue to be nothing. You'll never make anything of yourself if you don't assimilate the way I want you to.
Something insane, too, is, like, their first meeting. One of the first things that, like, Rockwell says to this dude, or not to Marty's character, but his friend who had been in the Auschwitz camp, he goes, my son died, like, freeing you, which is, like, crazy. That's a crazy thing to say upon first, but it implies that, like, you did something wrong by being, like, imprisoned and, like, being made a victim by the Nazis. How dare you do that? And then my son died trying to free, like, just immediately. Like, that was one of the most insane lines in the whole thing. Like, yeah.
I did you a favor.
Yeah.
Because you got yourself captured, you should be thanking me.
Yeah.
You should prostrate and assimilate and assume your position is lower. You should let me take advantage of you.
Yeah.
forgot about that. I should have mentioned that. Yeah. And then what's funny is his son didn't even die in Europe. His son died in
Russia or something.
The Japanese.
Oh.
The Pacific Theater.
Okay.
Which is so.
Hey, how did I miss that?
It was immediately after he said, "My son died liberating you."
Okay.
And it was also relevant when...
Shit just moved so quick in this movie. See,
yeah.
If I had seen it two times like you, I would have known this.
It was I picked up on a lot because I saw it twice. But it was very important in another scene where Mr. Rockwell is initially asking Marty to go on this trip where he humiliates himself. And Marty says, "You want me to humiliate myself for the people that killed your son, for the Japanese."
Oh my god, that was a crazy line too.
He has some crazy bars.
Dude, crazy bars. It's some crazy humor too about World War II. And it's one thing to hear those jokes now, because they can already be like, damn. It's another thing to like know it's set in 1952 when it had just happened. I was like, damn, bro, the Holocaust just happened and you're doing Holocaust jokes.
7 years after World War II ended.
Imagine how good it would have felt to be Marty Supreme making Holocaust jokes right after the Holocaust just happened. I bet that shit felt good.
My favorite, though, is when he said he's going to drop a third atomic bomb on Japan. That was insane.
That was
Dude,
insane.
why did you say that?
Why did you say that?
7 years after it ended. Come on, dude. Anyways, Marty, after that absolutely batshit insane "I'm a vampire" speech, says, "Okay, Mr. Rockwell," laughs it off, goes back and wins the game for himself, not for Mr. Rockwell. Totally kind of trashing. It didn't really trash his, event, but he just did it for himself. He told Mr. Rockwell, "I'm not going to assimilate the way you want me to assimilate. I'm not going to prostrate. I'm not going to, not going to let myself be taken advantage of."
Well, and in a way, like, the ending is twofold, because obviously the ending of the baby is, like, the ending.
Yeah.
But I do think the final ping pong scene is really important in his development. And yeah, that's like a quiet satisfaction he gets, because no one necessarily knows what he did. The general public doesn't know that he changed what was supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They just are enjoying the show, but he knows, and like he got that quiet satisfaction and like regained like his dignity and his like selfhood, and like showed, like gave a finger to like Rockwell for sure.
Allowed him to control his own narrative in a way.
Yeah.
I think, learning through suffering and controlling your own narrative and individuality in face of an institution that systemically marginalizes you is a story that a lot of marginalized people can relate to.
Yeah.
I think winning the game anyways, and then choosing to go home and rebuild his life out of nothing rather than suck up and humiliate himself to some rich wasp is absolutely a story of Jewish pride.
Yeah. Yeah, no, when you first said that like immediately as we came out of the theater, and like, but you were right. You were right. We all looked at you and were like, well, we were just digesting what had happened. So we were like, Jeremy, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, no, wait, let him cook. Let him cook.
I think it's a very good story told very well.
Yeah. I think this as well.
Anything else to add?
Oh, I just want to talk about the spanking scene, to be honest.
Yes, we do have a little bit of time. So spanking scene and then heated
scene.
rivalry.
And then okay, spanking scene was, more than anything, well, I know that he had to do those, like, live, like, and he got spanked, like, what, like 40 times or some shit?
Times?
I think that's so funny. That the commitment to the bit is crazy. I think it's crazy that he was smacking him right on the crack and not the cheeks.
So hard to get this. I read some behind the scenes stuff.
Uh-huh.
The first paddle was a prop paddle. Got smacked so hard it broke. They used real paddles,
God.
Real thick ass wood paddles. Hit him right in the crack. That shit hurted.
Crack. That shit hurted for sure. Yeah, that shit was red. That shit was red for sure.
He insisted that he do it himself.
And I think it's crazy, too, that the close-up of the ass as he takes down his pants, like, that's kind of crazy. They didn't need to put that in.
Nope.
They were like, here's the ass. Oh, you could have just... We could have not been zoomed in like that. That's fine. Whatever.
I think that does tell us a bit about Timothee Chalamet's, my good personal friend, Timothee Chalamet's genius.
TC.
He is, aware of the position he holds in America. He knows he's America's sweetheart right now, and he knew that if he
do whatever he wants.
Immortalized his ass on the silver
show off
screen,
his little scrawny ass.
It's so tiny, guys.
It's little.
It's so cute and flat.
And we're not saying it's good or bad. Body neutrality. Objectively, it's small though.
It's in my eyes, it's perfect. And I saw that ass twice.
That's why you keep buying. You're there again tomorrow. The movie theater's like, you like this movie a lot or something? You're like, yeah, one part of it.
One part of it for sure.
God, dude.
And he knew that he could use that as marketing.
Okay, did you know? Okay, the Rockwell guy, the whole time I was like, he looks so familiar. What else have I seen him in? He's the fucking Shark Tank guy.
Yeah, that's his first acting role. It's a lot of people's first acting roles,
which I really like that the directors do that. But he was like so good. His performance was incredible. I thought he was like a seasoned actor.
Because that's the evil person that he is in real life.
Yeah,
this billionaire,
no one was acting
super
in this
wasp.
movie. They put him in costumes and let him go loose and
absolutely.
Whatever.
Like Tyler the Creator was not acting. That is how that dude.
Oh my
that's
God,
exactly
no,
how I expected that character to behave, and he nailed it.
I love that Tyler the Creator's in movies now.
Yeah, that was his That was his acting debut.
Yeah, awesome.
And he did so good. Everyone did so good.
Everyone did so good. Good job, you guys.
Good job. Also, fuck, I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
That's okay.
Dang nabbit, maybe it'll come back to me.
Dang nabbit.
Heated Rivalry?
Yeah, okay. So last I left you guys, I'd only watched half of Heated Rivalry. I have now finished the first season, and it's really good. So and I do hold my position that the first 3 episodes had bad writing. They did. They had very, smut written by a 14-year-old writing, and, coffee shop AU, if you know, you know, right? The last 3 episodes of the season had significantly better writing, and a very beautiful emotional arc that made me cry. It was kind of awesome.
Whoa.
The acting is good all the way through. The directing is good all the way through. They have some great, music and, fun montages and stuff. But it gets significantly less corny in the way that they speak, which makes it a much better watch by the end.
I
highly recommend.
I watched the first 3 episodes, and
yeah.
The same thing that happened to me when I tried to watch Fleabag happened to me when I tried to get through those 3 episodes, where it was just
you don't like any of my shows.
So hard to watch, because I'm sure it's telling a good story, but oh my god, I was biting down on wood, because it's oh god damn,
no way you just said that, dude.
Yeah, why am I?
Yeah.
The sex scenes are hard to watch.
Why? Those are hard to watch. Interesting. Is it because you're homophobic, Jeremy?
I fear. No, I'm not. Guys, jeez.
Fear is crazy. No, they are long and they're graphic, but they're not.
They're not as bad as Fleabag, because Fleabags were intentionally awkward and oh.
Yes. Yeah. No, and here's my thing. I am anti smut for the sake of smut, right? I'm not anti sex though, or sex scene in media, because I think sex is really important to stories sometimes, and this is one of those cases where it really is important, and you can, if you're just looking at it from a really shallow perspective, and especially the first 3 episodes, you can definitely easily do this.
Mm-hmm.
You can be okay, that's just 2 guys fucking for sure. If you hey Louie, if you guys picked on that meow, we have resident podcast cat in the room with us. Meow.
That one got picked up, I think.
What's good, dude? He looks like a ping pong ball. On theme. What am I saying? Oh, but if you've seen their whole arc through the whole season and the character development that happens, the sex scenes are actually really important, and where a lot of the acting happens, and you can tell a lot about the characters. Hey, dude.
Louis, please.
Hey, Louis.
Louis on the couch with us.
He's like looming around all the equipment. We're really scared. Aw. He just wants to be here.
I'll try and contain him.
Contain his multitudes, I dare you.
Okay. He was not interested in what we're doing.
Yeah, no, but I think the subtleties of the show are really something to appreciate. And that's all I gotta say.
I don't know if you see, because I added it today, but I added a episode idea that regards it's about heated rivalry into our little list. So I will be watching it soon.
Yeah,
because it's important.
It is important. We're just gonna become like a media-sode podcast at this point.
We do really well. I had a lot to connect to the real world with this one.
Yeah, that's how we understand the world.
Through media.
Through media.
Oh yeah, kinda.
Through.
Anything else to add about Marty Supreme or heated rivalry?
No. I think we said everything.
Said everything there was to say ever.
So
all
no
right.
one else talk about it anymore.
We covered everything.
And we had all the correct opinions, and they were completely nuanced, and that's it.
All right. Well, see you later, alligator.
In a while, crocodile.